few people. It's still going to be here. You got to be prepared for it. Both players, we see mono black pretty much all weekend, and now we have mono black mirror match here, and both players are 4-0. So mono black still doing really, really good.
All right. So we are in the post-board games. This is one where both players still with a fair amount of dark betrayals in their board. The post-board games, as we saw in the finals last week, can really be grindy. Both players' hands will get decimated early on. And we see just as quickly as turn 2, a duress from Corey Clifton leaves just 2 cards remaining in Graves' hand as he takes in Underworld Connections.
What happened in this game?
They just thought seized and mull duress to the graveyard. We have a Thoughtseize and a duress in graveyards. Now another Thoughtseize back from Thomas Graves.
Oh,
you see
wow.
with a duress back. Devour Flesh, Pack Rat, duress. So Clifton just has duress, Devour Flesh.
So Corey draws a swamp for the turn. If Graves can draw another black source, he can actually cast the Night Veil Spectre and use the Mutavault as Devour Flesh protection. So he can be in pretty good shape if he just draws another black source.
So these games post-board often play that at the beginning, both players destroy each other's hands, and then one player will top deck a Night Veil or a Connections, and then that player will get the game.
Yeah,
it's getting to that point. We'll see if it continue there. If we keep
pretty,
on that path.
yeah. We're at the interesting part of the game where basically both players are just draw go right now.
Yeah, until somebody needs to land one of those card advantage engines. The first player to stick one gets to win. We see another draw there by Corey Clifton.
I think that might be Herald of Torment.
Yeah, it's Herald of Torment. So Herald of Torment, that's a one of in Clifton's deck. Yeah, he has chosen that, it looks like, over one of the Night Veil Spectres. He only has 3 Spectres and 1 Herald of Torment.
It's a pretty interesting card. I mean, it's a 3-mana, 3/3 flyer, and you basically lose a life each turn.
It's bigger than Night Veil Spectre, so it does win in a fight.
It's true. And the bestow ability is not irrelevant either. So,
yeah.
And now you can block Night Veil Spectre.
Here we see an Erebos drawn by Corey. The Erebos will not be helpful yet, as he does not have the mana to cast it.
Thomas, looks like Thomas does still have that Grave Merchant in his hand. So if he's able to clear the path of that Herald of Torment, then Night Veil Spectre can start doing some work. But so far, that Herald of Torment, I mean, it's holding back Night Veil Spectre. So not sure how much I love that card in mono black, but right now it's doing okay.
Yep. Devour Flesh takes out Mutavault, and Corey will use one of his last 2 cards to duress. He sees Grey Merchant. So the board is both players have 3 swamps and a flyer. One player has a Grey Merchant. The other has an Erebos.
So that's a good draw for Thomas. He draws a Scry land, so he's able to build up his mana base a little bit.
Yeah, and this is an interesting decision he has. He has another Night Veil Spectre. If he keeps it, he can get to draw a card. But the question is whether or not he can do better. You know, and my guess is the latter.
Yeah, I don't know. I think you have to keep it. Yeah, you gotta.
Right. It's one of the good cards. It's not a swamp.
Yeah, I mean, obviously Connections is the best card in this matchup, but it's still pretty good.
Another duress drawn by Clifton. That's no help.
Yeah, this is you hate drawing duress and Thoughtseize at this point in the game.
Yeah, but you have to play them because they're so important to that early game.
Yep.
If one player lands an early Connections or an early Pack Rat, it can run away from the game, which is why they board in this level of disruption.
Yeah, so now Thomas has 2 Night Veil Spectres in play. Corey is constantly getting chipped away at his life, and he still has that Grey Merchant.
I have a question. Does Bile Blight change the fact that you'd want to keep that Night Veil Spectre? What if Clifton draws a Bile Blight here? That's huge, right?
Yeah. So yeah, that is certainly something that you'd consider. But I think he was probably going for the Grey Merchant plan.
Yep. He's setting up a huge amount of devotion. Keeps Bile Blight on top of his deck. Erebos was the play for Clifton. Erebos is one of the more powerful cards in the mirror, to be sure. And Graves not swinging the Night Veil Spectres.
Ooh, so he has a duress, and then it looks like he drew a Night Veil Spectre of his own, so he can actually turn on Erebos and start attacking.
Yeah, he can. I think he's debating whether he wants to draw a card with Erebos, but I think I agree. Turning on Erebos seems like the play right now.
Or you can be a little greedy and try to draw a card and draw it into a land.
That's so greedy.
It's a little greedy.
He's going to go ahead and just make the Night Veil play. I agree. I thought of it, too. It's like, oh, man, if you hit a swamp, how good would that be?
So Thomas is in the position where if he draws Runner or Gray Merchants, he wins the game immediately. He has one in his hand. He just needs one.
Well, his top card's not no good. His top card's a Bioblade. We know that.
That's right.
So Erebos swings. That puts Graves down to 13.
So Bioblight can take out the Herald of Torment, and now he can attack with both his Night Veil Specters. One will get blocked, but he'll still get one hit off of it, and plus he'll drop Corey down to 12.
Corey's at 12. That'll get one hit. That card can run away with the game. Remember, all the cards are very castable.
So
get a swamp.
So let's see here. Corey's going to draw for the turn. Looks like it's
a temple.
A temple. So okay, so he draws a temple for the turn. You can see he can still draw a card for the turn with the Erebos, but it looks like he's going to scry that card to the bottom. Looked like it was a land. Still has that duress, which basically is dead right here.
Yeah, and the question is how many cards Corey wants to draw. He's got to be aware that Gray Merchant is of how powerful Gray Merchant is. He left back. Oh no, sorry, Erebos was not active. I was going to say he left it back.
So Night Veil Spectre is going to. One of them is going to come in again, drop Corey down to 10, and reveal a temple. So.
And it looks like Thomas is just trying to deal the full life total with that Gray Merchant. He doesn't want it to drain for anything less than all of Corey's life.
It's pretty risky, though. I think he has to cast it here because you really don't want to get it Thoughtseize. I mean, you're in good shape.
You could get Thoughtseize. You could get your Specters Bioblighted. There's a bunch of things that could really go wrong.
I think you just want to get him to 2. He's taking that shuts off his Erebos. He can't activate Erebos anymore, and he can't cast Thoughtseize anymore. So just cast it.
I think this has got to be correct. That puts Clifton down to 2. Thomas stays at 13.
Yeah, he doesn't gain life because of Erebos' ability, but at least
should be enough. Is that a Gray Merchant or a Devour Flesh drawn? It's a Devour Flesh on the other side.
So Corey could Devour Flesh himself to stay alive next turn. But it looks like he's going to attack
I don't even think that'll do it. Yeah, he's going to attack. He hits Desecration Demon.
Does he have another land?
No, he has a Duress. I don't know if he has a way to stay alive. He'll Duress. That kid sees Pack Rat.
And that's game. So
that's game. All right.
Unfortunately, Corey couldn't deal with the Night Veil Specters, and Thomas moves on to 5-0 now with Mono Black Devotion. But Corey, still in good shape. He's at 4-1. We're at the halfway mark of the day. So. And Mono Black, obviously, still one of the top contenders in the format.
Yeah. A little bit of some interesting tech out of Corey Clifton. He's going for Herald of Torment. I don't think it's for the mirror match. I'll go ahead and throw that out. If it is.
I will point out, if it was a Night Veil Spectre, Thomas wouldn't have been able to pass Bioblight, and the whole game would have been different.
All right.
So,